So my claim is that Singaporeans spend an average of 1.85 hours per day listening to music, based on a source I found online. My null hypothesis is that Singaporeans listen to an average of 1 hour 51 minutes a day, while my alternate hypothesis is that Singaporeans listen to music for more than 1 hour and 51 minutes per day. For my null hypothesis, the population standard deviation from the source wasn't given, so I'll be performing the t-test later on. Since my mu, which is the population mean for my alternate hypothesis, is greater than my null hypothesis, I will also be performing the right tail test later on. In the first table over here, the respondent number is stated on the left hand side, while the number of hours is on the right hand side. So to find the sample mean, I can use this Excel formula. So average, and then I will select the very first to last cell. So C17 to C60, I will get this number. The sample standard deviation, I can use this formula. So the S actually stands for sample, because we are calculating based on my own results. So again, I will select the first to very last cell and I will get this number. The mean is calculating the average number of hours my respondents listen to music per day, while the sample standard deviation is the spread of my data set. Okay, here for the test statistics, we're using the t-test. So the formula is the sample mean minus population mean over the sample standard deviation divided by the square root of the sample size. The p-value is using this formula. So RT stands for right-tailed test. So I will get this value, and the p-value calculates the probability of getting a sample statistic or a more extreme sample statistic in the direction of alternate hypothesis when the null hypothesis is true. Alpha, which is the significance level, which is also 5%, it's basically the probability of an error in making conclusion to reject the null hypothesis. So since my p-value is lesser than my alpha, I can reject my claim. Over here, how we find the margin of error is we use this formula. So we use this formula because we only have my sample standard deviation. So I will get this number once I've keyed in the values. And for the 95% confidence interval is basically 1 minus the significance level. So 1 minus 5% is 95%. For the range, it's basically the sample mean minus margin of error for this, and the sample mean plus margin of error for this. So this range is actually the range of values where we believe the true value of something is likely to be. And the margin of error expresses the amount of random sampling error in my survey.